Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at Noon.
Deputies say she killed her granddaughter. A grandmother is in jail this afternoon after an overnight wreck.
3 people in a violent pizza store robbery go before a judge. We're still yet to see the 16-year-old also charged in the crime.
Still have some rain left over toward the east and toward the south. Now, when do we move this stuff on out of here? Because we do in the next 24 to 48 hours. And I'll show you that forecast coming up. WKYT News and Noon starts right now.
Good afternoon from WKYT News. I'm Barbara Bailey.
And I'm Bill Bryant. Here's what's happening at noon. A southern Kentucky woman is behind bars here at midday. She's accused of killing her infant grandchild in a crash. It happened on Parker Road in London near the hospital there.
Police say 46-year-old Melissa Worstel lost control of her vehicle and hit a telephone pole. 6-month-old Ivy Worstel died. According to sheriff's deputies, Melissa Worstel was under the influence of drugs during the crash. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy is in Laurel County now with the latest on the investigation. It's our top story at noon. Kristen?
Melissa Worstel has been in jail for about 12 hours now. She is facing murder charges after this wreck on Parker Road. Deputies say last night Worstel improperly strapped her 6-month-old granddaughter into the car, put her carrier in the front seat, then took off on Parker Road. That's where they say Worstel lost control of the car, dropped off the side of the road, hit a ditch, and crashed into a pole. In her car, investigators found a piece of a cigarette pack that they say had 5.5 white pills and a crushed blue pill. They say she was under the influence and that she told them she had taken neurotic and methadone. Emergency crews took her granddaughter to the hospital, but doctors were unable to save her.
Our deputies were very tore up this morning, very upset. It's the holiday season. Most of us have families. We have children and grandchildren as well. And we're people, even though we wear a uniform, and it was definitely a tough situation this morning.
Worstel, we're told, has custody of her granddaughter, and she's been caring for her for several months. In Laurel County, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Kristen, thank you. The Laurel County Rescue Squad and the fire department helped deputies during that crash. An eastern Kentucky woman is dead after a crash in Harlan County. State police say 85-year-old Evelyn Philpott of Everts lost control of her car on Highway 38 and crashed into a pickup truck. She died at the scene. The other driver was not hurt.
3 of the 4 people accused of shooting and seriously injuring a pizza employee answered to the charges in court this morning. Robin Adams, Patrick Brand, and Rico Penix are all charged with robbery and assault. 16-year-old Nathaniel Davis is also charged. Police say they robbed the Domino's in Danville in September and shot the clerk, 21-year-old Zoe Reed. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is outside the Boyle County Courthouse with the new details in the case. Phil?
The 3 are all charged with first-degree robbery and first-degree assault. Now, we also thought that we would see Nathaniel Sinclair Davis for the first time today. He is the 16-year-old alleged trigger man in this violent act, but we are told he remains at a juvenile holding facility in Elizabethtown. But the 4 are accused of going to the Danville Domino's on September the 15th. Store clerk Zoe Reed was shot in the stomach. We were told that she was there by herself. The case went unsolved for weeks, but in early October, suddenly police began making arrests. Davis joins the others who were indicted, and he will be tried as an adult. The 3 in court this morning had not guilty pleas entered for them, and the judge said that he would review their bonds. And I was told by the prosecutor that Davis will be in court on January 3rd. That's when he'll be arraigned. The others will be back in court on January 6th. In Boyle County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
All right, Phil, thank you very much. And by the way, the shooting victim, Zoe Reed, continues to recover from her injuries. Her father says her progress, though, has been difficult. Well, police are still looking for a robbery suspect who held up a central Kentucky business. A gunman robbed the A&T Nails in Danville's Greenleaf Shopping Center about 8 o'clock last night. He stole cash and the owner's cell phone. Well, police found that phone nearby, and they hope to have a better description of the suspect at some point later today.
The search continues this midday for the 2 suspects involved in an overnight home invasion in Lexington. It happened around 1:30 this morning on Hedgewood Court off Woodhill Drive. Police say a man and woman forced their way into a house and fired at least 3 shots when the victims tried to run. One of the victims jumped out of a second-story window and called police. No one was hurt. A woman has been forced out of her Lexington home after an overnight fire. It broke out around 12:30 this morning at an apartment complex on Heartland Woods Way. Investigators say the fire started in the kitchen and is considered an accident. The woman and her 3 dogs got out safely, but right now they are not allowed to stay there. No one else in the complex was affected.
Well, we're dealing with a few leftover showers as we head through the afternoon. It's cold rain when it comes, and those will continue through tomorrow before we dry out some toward the end of the week, and then the rain comes back big time for the weekend. Let's go to WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris. He is live in our First Alert Weather Center with a look ahead. Micah?
Well, the look ahead is a wet look ahead for some, not all. It's about a 40% chance of rain the rest of the day because it's mainly confined down toward the south and the east. I mean, a lot of us here in the bluegrass, north and westbound, we're not seeing any of that rain. So we're just going to continue to focus in on down toward the south and east, and even some rumbles of thunder here and there. I mean, that's what we've heard. I mean, we're with 30s and 40s outside, guys, and you get some rumbles of thunder. It's pretty remarkable this morning to actually see that. We're 40 degrees now in Lexington. We won't really rise that much more. But check this out, right around 50 in London, 35 in Covington. From north to south, it's going to be a big temperature spread for today. So the rest of the afternoon, planning on it, right there in the central zones will be right there in the 40s. Showers will continue for the southeast. Northern zones 30s, southern zones 50s. But still, the rain is really the common denominator there for the south and the east. And we'll continue to watch that going off into the evening and into tomorrow. But when does it finally get on out of here? Because it's been soggy. I'll show you that forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Micah, thank you. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul says he is still months away from deciding whether he will run for president, but he is ready to announce he is seeking re-election. Today, the freshman Republican senator is launching what will likely be a complicated election season. Paul is going to try to keep his Senate seat from Kentucky while the speculation swirls about his bid for the White House. If he does enter the presidential race, Paul will be running 2 campaigns simultaneously. A retired state engineer is the first candidate to officially file for Kentucky's 2015 governor's race. Jeff Young filed his paperwork late yesterday. Back in May, Young lost to Elizabeth Jensen in the Democratic primary in the 6th Congressional District. Now, Young's running mate, Cherokee Schill, received a lot of attention, even national attention, from cycling advocates after she was arrested over the summer for careless driving, for riding her bicycle up and down busy US 27 between Lexington and Nicholasville.
Well, the Kentucky Department of Agriculture is accepting applications for next year's hemp pilot projects. Agriculture Commissioner James Comer says the first round of pilot projects was a huge success. He says it provided a lot of data about production methods, seed varieties, and uses for harvested hemp. Now he wants a wide scope of pilot projects to help prepare for eventual commercial hemp production. The application deadline is January 1st. Well, construction continues this afternoon at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green.
Now, crews have been moving some boulders around and loose parts of the sinkhole that swallowed 8 classic cars back in February. The museum is installing a manhole that will go down into the cave below the sinkhole. That will give people access to the cave even after the sinkhole is filled. The museum said that things are on schedule, and at this rate, that Sky Dome should be reopened by July.
Well, hundreds of people will gather tonight to enjoy a holiday tradition. The annual Christmas parade will be held in downtown Lexington. Main Street from Midland Avenue to Mill Street will be closed starting at 5 this evening. The parade begins at 7 o'clock. So come on down and see all of us. Bill, Micah, Rebecca Smith, and I will all be there enjoying the holiday spirit.
That's right.
Always a fun parade.
Word is that they're going to have several bands and lots of floats tonight.
And Santa,
yeah,
of course.
You got it.